Hey guys, how you doing? I figured I'll take you on the trip with me to disassemble my sock mini Aegis, and we're gonna see if I can take out the spring and make it work just as fine without the spring as the regular manual folder. So I figure some of you, I know a lot of people sometimes are interested in how it is to take the knife apart, and especially with such a thing as assisted opening and etc, etc. One thing I've noticed, it doesn't use Torx screws, it uses the regular hex screws. So 1.5. The smaller screws from the body are 1.5. I don't know if it's probably millimeters. The big one is 2 millimeter hex screw. So pocket clip first. This is actually one thing that a couple people I know complain about, the sock flashes, because the pocket clip screw goes through and it's just in that FRN plastic, it doesn't have really no metal. The threads are only in the plastic, and some people complained before that they strip them. Next thing will be these body screws. I always try to keep them together. You see, I put the pocket clip screw with the pocket clip. Now these I'll put in order as I'm taking it apart. Just in case they would be different in something. Length, they are probably all the same. I'm gonna probably do one thing. I'll open the blade. That's the last one. Let's see which. Okay, so again number 2 for the pivot. Take off the pivot. There was a little bit of Loctite. And now let's see what will pop out of here, if anything. So you see heavy milling. This is a big milling for the just enlightening. Oh, I see, Deaton ball. Pretty complicated design inside, as you can see. One thing I'm disappointed to see, just the nylon washer. Not much oil going on, just some lubricant, the heavy duty lubricant, and it's pretty complicated. This is the security lock. I might actually even take that off because I'm really not interested in that thing. That should work without it, no problem. And now there should be a spring, you can see it. There's a spring down here. You see, that's the setting of the spring. Let me try to get it. You see that? That's the setting of the spring. That's what keeps the one side of the spring from unrolling. So theoretically, if I take that out, everything should still work just the same, but as a manual folder. So I'm gonna move the blade out carefully. I don't really wanna. See, that's the big spring. One side gets cling in here in the hole, and the other side holds in place in that groove in the handle. So I'm gonna take that out. Double check if all this is still in place. Yeah, I moved it. Put the washer in there. See, that's the D screw on the pivot. So that's why it didn't move when I was taking it out. I'm gonna drop some lubricant. Put the blade in place. Sorry. Put some more lubricant. close this up. Gonna put the pivot screw first. I'll probably put just one of the screws just before I even put it all together and see how it works without the spring and without the safety. I made it a little too tight. There was actually one thing though. See, it's manual. It flies open pretty nice. The funny thing is that you still have that strong detent when you're closing it. It's that the torsion bar on the lock, you see, so it's kind of still is assisted. That's the funny way. It's like double spring that shoots the blade out. You see that? That's the lock bar, and then the spring is like two things. It doesn't rely only on one thing, it's two things working together. But I think I still like this better because if something happens, you know, I don't have to explain why I have assisted opener and such. Security, the safety, I think it's crap anyway. I never actually, when I had the flash, I actually glued it with the crazy glue together myself, so it doesn't engage by on its own. And I probably even dropped a couple grams with this. So let's put it together completely now, and I think I like it better this way. I have to double check the pivot because I noticed as it was new it was a little loose. It had the blade play side to side pretty bad. I mean, it's kinda normal to have a little blade play on the knives with the plastic handles without the liners. It's just that give of material, but it was a little too much to what I liked. So let's, once I put this together, I'm gonna check that, how it feels. Never go too crazy on these screws in the FRN handles, because it just, you're asking for trouble if you tighten it too much. Same with the pocket clip. So you see that little blade play? It's a little better than what it was before. It still flies open really nice, and you see it's that's nice. That's very nice. I like it. Very happy that it was this easy. Breeze to take apart, breeze to put together. It will be probably a little harder when if I was putting it together with that spring, because you always have to align them, but it's not such a big deal. Let me see one more thing. I have a little tiny blade play up and down that I had it even before. You can hear it, right? Nothing really major, really unnoticeable. It's not a heavy used knife, you know. Pushing on it a little bit to see if it would disengage, it doesn't, so pretty good. I really like it for a very nice little EDC, very light, very unnoticeable in the pocket. So far really liking it. Like I said, steel is not great. I'm actually gonna convex it, so you guys let me know if you're interested in seeing a video again about me probably hand convexing it on the sandpapers. So let me know if you wanna see that. just knock that shoulder off on the relief edge and make it convex edge. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope somebody found this helpful. Sorry. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.